WEDU, one of the world's greatest education networks. I take you now live to our studio for a never-before-seen exclusive.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Epstein.
And I'm David Rosenblatt. And welcome to WEDU.
Here on World Education, we strive to bring our audience knowledge of education and diversity.
Because if I do,
and you do,
then we do.
Tonight on WEDU, we have an exclusive on 3 extremely different suburban school systems that surprisingly are all on Long Island.
That's right. Tonight we'll be doing a piece on the diversity of class in regard to school systems. For our middle class school, we will be running a profile on Kings Park High School. And for our lower class school, we will be shining a light on Brentwood High School of Brentwood, New York.
And finally, we'll be wrapping it all up with the fine upper class school known as Jericho High School.
And now, a word from our first sponsor.
The Kings Park Central School District will provide an excellent education for all children. Students will be given the opportunity to develop academically, physically, socially, and emotionally, while learning the necessary skills to communicate effectively. This will be accomplished in a stimulating and challenging environment that maximizes every resource available.
Now that is one promising mission statement for Kings Park High School. Tell me, David, how does the school go about accomplishing this mission?
Well, Alyssa, a normal school day at Kings Park looks something like this. The day begins at 7:40 a.m. after a warning bell at 7:35. There are 6 periods in the day, each an hour and 20 minutes long, allowing the day to come to a close at 1:52 p.m. Departments in which classes are offered include Arts and Technology, English, Family and Consumer Sciences, Health, Languages other than English, i.e. Spanish and French, Math, Music, Physical Education, Science, Special Education, and Social Studies.
Thank you, David. And now we go over to Ashley with the weather.
Thank you, Alyssa. And for our demographics today at Kings Park High School, we have a 92% chance of white non-Hispanic students, and a slight, maybe 4% chance of both Asian and Hispanic students. And later in the day, we might see a slight population of less than 1% of Black or American Indian students. And thrown into this mix of 1,200 students, there are approximately 145 special needs students, along with a 1% flurry of English language learning students. That's all for today's weather, but let's move on to the 7-day forecast for Kings Park High School.
Alright, now here we're taking a look at the standardized test profile, or the results of the Regents exams of 2006 compared to the previous year. Numbers are based on the percentage of students who passed each exam. Here we can see that the students increased their percentage in chemistry, stayed the same in earth science, increased in English, stayed the same in biology, and finally decreased in Mathematics A, as well as Mathematics B and Physics. Now that's disappointing.
Now the Kings Park District accomplished all this while still maintaining a budget of $32,689,526, making this a middle-class district. The money, as we know, comes from the taxpayers who reside in the Kings Park District. That's all for weather today, and now over to Melissa for Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Ashley, and good morning to Dr. Carbone's Foundations of Education class. Kings Park High School, located on Long Island, New York, is home to over 1,200 busy and bustling students, and an impressive student-teacher ratio of 15 students to every 1 teacher. In a high school like Kings Park, one can find students participating in cross-country for boys and girls, football, baseball and softball, volleyball, basketball, track for boys and girls, tennis and wrestling, among others. But the school is best known, however, for their music department, which put on a fantastic production of Godspell last spring. Reporting for WEDU, I'm Alyssa Walpow. Back to you both, Dave and Alyssa.
Thank you, Melissa. Now, we have learned that Kings Park High School has a lot of great opportunities, but how does the school really show its success?
Well, Alyssa, real school success is shown by graduation rates and post-secondary achievement. With 0.5% dropout rates, most students graduate. 82% graduate with a Regents diploma, and an astounding 46% graduate with an advanced diploma. Some of the colleges that these students go to include Washington University, Cornell University, Lehigh University, and even our own Muhlenberg College.
Well, that's fabulous. Such a great specimen for a middle-class suburban high school. We hope you'll stay to join us as we continue on our investigation of the lower and upper-class school systems in Long Island.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It is the mission of the Board of Education to promote a highly effective partnership between our school staff, parents and guardians, and community members to ensure our students a strong academic, social, and career foundation while establishing high standards of excellence and achievement. The Brentwood Union Free School District is committed to help empower each and every student to realize his or her full potential while acquiring knowledge and attitudes to become healthy, productive, and responsible citizens and lifelong learners in an ever-changing and diverse society.
That's right, Alyssa. Brentwood High School wants to create lifelong learners.
But how will they do that?
Well, first they must educate their students with a core curriculum. The core curriculum for the Brentwood School District consists of math, science, social studies, and English language arts. Other parts of the curriculum include art, athletics, music, home economics, and foreign language.
Of course, and foreign language is very important to Brentwood High School, and we'll see why as I direct you over to Ashley with the weather. Ashley?
Thank you, Alyssa. Yes, foreign language learning is very cherished at Brentwood High School because here for demographics in the Brentwood High School area, we see an all-time high with 56% Hispanic students, and with surrounding numbers in the non-Hispanic area of blacks and whites with 26% black and 16% white. And then we see an even smaller population of 2% Asian students, and then we hit an all-time low of less than 1% American Indian students. So, as you can see, Brentwood High School is made up of a very diverse population of students. And now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast for Brentwood High School.
And over to the standardized test profile, which is a comparison of our lower class school to our middle class school. We can see that the pass rates for Brentwood High School are much lower than those of Kings Park High School. Now we'll go over to our anchors for a possible explanation on this huge difference in testing from lower to middle class schools.
Yes, Ashley, I think I may have some reasoning for this gap, and that is funding. Because this is a public school, it is funded by the taxpayers who live in Brentwood School District. The school receives approximately $125,439,073 a year, as this was the amount spent on general academics last year. Although this is a greater amount than, say, the Kings Park District, however, this number becomes insignificant when you take into consideration the number of students in the district. Spending per student is approximately $12,863 compared to the $14,000 spent per student in the Kings Park District.
Even with these limitations on funding, the school is still able to support special services. The Office of Special Services provides a multitude of pupil personal services that assist students in making the most of their given opportunities and reaching their full potential in the educational department. The Departments of Special Education, Health, Psychological, and Social Work Services, Speech and Hearing Services, and Attendance, and Registration are included in the Special Services Office. And we now take a trip with Melissa and Eyewitness News to see what else the school has to offer.
This just in. Brentwood High School alone contains over 3,300 students. That means for every teacher, there are about 16 students in each classroom. Brentwood High School offers over 60 clubs and organizations, as well as sports such as football, cross-country, soccer, golf, volleyball, cheerleading, basketball, track, fencing, tennis, softball, baseball, and lacrosse. That's a mouthful. Like Kings Park, Brentwood has a great music department, especially known for its band, where students practice in NYSSMA, the New York State School Music Association. Children practice difficult compositions to be performed in front of judges in hopes to receive an outstanding score. That is all for Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Melissa. Although Brentwood High School offers these things to its students, there still is a reason why this school is classified as lower class, and that is based on the success of the school district. The dropout rate in the Brentwood district is 14.4%, and only 32% of students receive Regents diplomas, and a mere 9% receiving advanced diplomas.
Although this may seem like a huge disappointment for Long Island schools, we have only caught a glimpse at what suburban education is like. Next, we venture on to our final destination of an upper-class suburban school by the name of Jericho High School. After this break.